Hello everyone and welcome to Extreminal TV. A lot of us are undoubtedly still processing 2024 and here we do it through music. So let's talk about 10 iconic 2024 albums in no particular order, just chronologically classified. First album is Lifeless Birth by Necrot. This is probably one of the best death metal albums of the year because it maintains the old school sound with a little bit of modern touch when it comes to production, and also on the melodic level. There is a lot of melody, there are a lot of solos compared to what they've been doing for the last 10 years or more. So the band from California still guarantees the American death metal sound with a little bit of modernization, if we can say so, and we can simply call it the modern old school death metal. One of the best albums that I recommend highly. Number 2, Vertenebra by the Italian thrash death metal band Exiled on Earth. The journey of the band is a continuous evolution towards the extreme sound, and Vertenebra is actually the final product. More aggressive and more extreme compared to their early releases, putting first the riffs, the technicality and the rhythm over the other elements. If you are into the mid-late death sound, Control Denied, Coroner, King Diamond, etc., I highly recommend this album. The third album is When Time Becomes Lost by the thrash death metal band Hemotoxin from California, always but with a different sound. The band is more on the high tuning side, which means thrash metal, faster rhythms, but with a lot of influence from the Swedish death metal from the late 90s. For example, At the Gates, Merciless, Unanimated, all these Swedish bands that are highly melodic, In Flames also, etc. So this is the sound that you are going to find in this album. The fourth album is Citadel of Stars by the Canadian pagan black metal band Sigartyr, originally founded by Nigel, aka Demon Scald. What do we expect from this band and from this album? A similarity to Bathory. So anything that sounds like Bathory is actually here, with more melodic, more like genius in the solos, in the way of composing solos, etc. So it's more complicated than the Bathory music, which is considered simple, always beautiful but simple. So Sigartyr actually has a more complicated approach when it comes to solos. So you find a lot of melodic sequences, a lot of solos, also a lot of arpeggio in the Phrygian dominant scale, which actually gives it that Falkenbach touch. And their Medriki Fara, their first album. So this is what you expect from this album. Number 5, Heavenly Down by the Hungarian pagan black metal band Bliss. Let's say it so, but the band also has a strong symphonic aspect, since it uses a lot of, and it's been using a lot of symphonic effects since the beginning. And this album is not different. But what's different from the other albums is probably the difficulty of classifying this album between black metal and blackened metal, because it has low tuning, according to what I remember, and also like a lot of melodic death metal sound when you listen carefully to some songs. Number 6 is Detrimental Paratomy by the Italian death metal band Necroscene, which started their career actually this year with their EP. This is an EP album, and it is one of the best albums of this year because, again, it guarantees the old school death metal sound, always the American thing, and always similar to the Necrot work. For the fans of early death, Leprosy, for example, Scream Bloody Gore, Morbid Angel, Obituary, you name it, just go and grab this album and listen to it. Number 7, Songs Against Humanity by the German death metal band The Spirit, which, if I'm not mistaken, also released an album around 2020, and it was one of the best I've listened to. This album is actually not different. The same high level of melodic death metal is guaranteed, with the same lyrical themes, always criticizing humanity against humanity, as the title says, about human beings, the decadence of the humankind, the failure of society, etc. Outstanding. Number 8, Melos by the Polish black and death metal band Exiled. This band actually releases this album as a first album beginning their career, but let's say that each and every member of the band has been here around for a couple of years doing music and active in other bands. So the band has enough experience and it shows in the album, in the sound, in the lyrics, in the theme, etc. A mythological and historical aspect of the lyrics combined with a beautiful melodic approach that gives it the sound of necrophobic, let's say it so, and puts it in the category black and death metal, because it has both elements from black metal and death metal, and it shows in the drums, the rhythm, the solos, and also, speaking about the melodic aspect, we have some clean vocals that make things even more melodic. I highly recommend this album. Number 9, Flesh Requiem by the Swedish death metal band Paganizer. What do we expect from this band? An early death metal sound straight out of Sweden. I'm speaking about bands like Entombed, Dismember, Unleashed, Bloodbath, you name it. Low guitar tunings, aggressive and harsh vocals. The band actually has lyrical themes about paganism and Viking mythology without actually being a Viking metal band. Guess who did this before? Unleashed, of course. Highly recommended. Last but not least, we of course remain in Sweden with Fasornas Tid by Merkgring, the outstanding black metal band famous for Tusen år har gått, 1995. Why opting for a more polished sound? The band still guarantees the same quality of black metal with a romantic and dramatic touch in a good way. A lot of ambient effects, a lot of arpeggios and neoclassical touch in their music. This is one of the best albums of the year. I highly recommend it. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time.